Welcome back to the series on algebra. In this video, we're going to look at dividing algebraic expressions. So there are different situations that arise when we're dividing algebraic expressions. The first possible case would be that the denominator is a factor of each term in the numerator. So that would be something like 6x cubed minus 3x squared plus 18x. Let's say xy, because that's still an algebraic expression. It's not a polynomial, but it's an algebraic expression. And let's say we want to divide that by 3x. So the way to see this is to split it up. 6x cubed over 3x minus 3x squared over 3x plus 18xy over 3x. And then it's much easier to see how to go about this then again, or next. So x will cancel off one of these x's, we'll be left with x squared. 3 goes into 6 twice, so we'll be left with 2x squared. 2x squared, and then x goes into x squared, so we'll be left with x, and 3 goes into 3 once, so we'll be left with minus x, and then, sorry, that looks like 3 to the power of x. So x will cancel off with x, and 3 goes into 18 6 times. So we'll be left with 6y, and that's the answer. The second case is the denominator is one of the factors of the numerator. So that might be x squared plus 6x plus 5 divided by x plus 5. So we notice that we have a quadratic above and we have a linear polynomial below. So the first thing to do is to factor the quadratic, and we get x plus 5, x plus 1. So remember, in factoring a quadratic, what you need to do is you need to find two numbers, one of which will, when multiplied, will give you 5, and the two numbers when added will give you 6. And a way to check that this is correct is we go 5x plus 1x plus 1x, and that'll give us 6x when it's added together. So we have our quadratic factorized. And then we want to divide it by our linear expression, x plus 5. And we notice that x plus 5 is one of the factors of our numerator, of our factorized numerator. So we can cancel that off, and we'll be left with x plus 1. Third case is that the denominator goes into the numerator using long division. So say we have 2x cubed minus 9x squared plus 10x minus 3, and we want to divide that by x minus 3. So the first thing to do is write it out in long division notation. So 2x cubed minus 9x squared plus 10x minus 3. And then write that out using long division notation. X minus 3. Okay, and then there's a series of steps that we need to do to complete this. So first we need to see how many times does x go into 2x cubed. So it'll go in x squared. If we multiply x by x squared, we'll get our x cubed. And if we multiply that by 2, then we'll get 2x cubed. So it'll go 2x squared. And the way to check is then to multiply this by the first term here, and that'll give us this term here in the numerator. So then what we do is we take down this term, we just write it down again, which is equivalent to multiplying this by the first term here, and then we need to multiply this by the second term, and that will give us minus 6x squared. Then we write a bar and we subtract. So these will cancel, and this will leave us with minus 3x squared. And then we take down our 10x down here, and we repeat the process again. So we say x goes into minus 3x squared minus 3x times. And then we multiply again minus 3x by x, which is minus 3x squared. And minus 3x by minus 3 is plus 9x. And then we subtract, which is equivalent to just changing the signs. You write a bar. So this will give us 0. So that cancel off. And this will give us x. And then we take down our 3. And we repeat the process again. So x here goes into x here plus 1 time. And then we need to multiply this 1 first by this x, which will give us x, and then by our minus 3, which will give us minus 3. Write a bar, and then subtract. These two will cancel off, leaving us with a remainder of 0, and the remainder is down here. And then this is the answer to the division. So if we say, what is 2x cubed minus 9x squared plus 10x minus 3 divided by x minus 3, it's this. 2x squared minus 3x plus 1. So hopefully that was helpful. And there are most of the cases that will be covered in your Leaving Cert questions for dividing algebraic expressions. Thanks very much, and hopefully see you in the next video.